So welcome. So today is a full moon, and I'm not an astrologer, but I do follow a lady who is, I follow a few people, but this lady is a Vedic astrologer. So it's a full moon in Purva Ashada, so it's governed by Ganesh. And it's a really powerful full moon because Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. And then tomorrow we'll go into a Mercury retrograde cycle. So as we're in that cycle, it's not a good time to start new things. It's not a good time to sign agreements, buy cars or fridges. Sometimes communication becomes complicated, emails go astray, things happen to your computers. It's just a Mercury retrograde thing. So tonight's a really good night to just think about those things that you really want to just get rid of. It's time to just let them go. And so we will start, once we've done our physical warm-up, with some Ganesh seed mantra, which is Gum. So the full mantra is Om Gum Ganapatiye Namaha. Really powerful mantra if you're wanting to remove obstacles. So remember, obstacles are not other people, they're you. It's always about us. That's why we came here, to have this experience on planet Earth. And so our obstacles are sometimes in the energetic field, and they are things that hook into us that become this cyclical pattern of behaviour, and sometimes it's not even this lifetime. You can imagine them just being chopped off, removing all of the obstacles, the external ones and the internal ones, releasing them. And actually, when I opened my Radiant Sutras book, which is the Vijnana Tantra, which is the one that is Lauren Roche's translation, I blew on it because it's one of the things I do, a bit like using oracle cards, and I got this verse and I thought, oh, so this is an insight verse. And it says, so I call this meditation, it's a transformative meditation, so it's based in Tonglen, and I bring other things to it as well. But this is the verse that I got for tonight, the full moon in Ganesh. The real transmutation, the most sacred offering, is to pour the elements of your body, all of your sensual impressions, into the fire of the great void. Your richness of experience is the wine you offer to the divinity that is everywhere. How beautiful is that? So everything, the good, the bad and the ugly, all of it, throw it in the fire and just offer it, because it's experience. Everything that we experience is, we label it things, and then we become resistant to it, and we fear that, and we don't like that, and oh, we really love that, we're going to hold on to that. And all of that becomes density, which keeps us locked in the cycle of illusion and delusion, which is, I am Sarah in the meat suit. Yes, this is my experience this time round, and it has its ups and downs. But my true self is light. I'm a being of light. So when we connect more fully to our divine nature, which is the time in which we're moving in now, so we're moving into fifth dimensional energy, and it's really important that we do these practices to connect to the high frequency energy, because that's what's coming in, and to wake up to the fact and the remembering that we are also, as well as having this human experience in this particular earth vehicle this time around, we're also eternal, or each and every one of us. And sometimes it feels difficult because it's dense. Planet Earth is a dense place to live. We feel emotion, we feel pain emotionally and physically. Lots of things go on planet Earth, but we have to experience it, and sometimes that's quite a hard thing to hear. But coming back to our centre is so important. So we're going to do that before we do the Tonglen. So spine nice and straight, and let's just sort of sort the meat suit out a bit. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Let's have a sigh. Hold that position, take a deep breath in again, sigh out again, and again. Lovely, and back to centre. Nice deep breath in again. Sigh out as you twist. And again. Good, come back to centre. Let's bring our hands to our shoulders, draw a big circle, take a breath in, hold the breath in when the elbows are up. Squeeze the shoulders up. Inhale. Release. Drop the chin down, rotate the head nice and slowly. Good, change directions. Bring your awareness into the midline. So we're going to start with some sound. So we're just going to use the gum, the seed sound. And as you make the seed sound, I want you to imagine the sound is coming outwards into the energy field of the energetic body, and it's clearing all the gunk that you no longer need to hold on to. So we're going to just do that for, I'm going to count off 108 gums. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in and do as many gums as we can before we need to breathe in again. So take a breath in. Gum 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 gum. Gum 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 gum. Gum 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 gum. Gum 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 gum. Gum 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 gum. Gum 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 gum. Deep breath in. So I'm going to clear even further now, which was something called cyclical sighing. So you breathe in, then you sigh out. You don't wait for a pause, you breathe in immediately, so it's more like a circular breath. And again, we're going to imagine that the sighing sound, which you can imagine coming from the heart space, is sending this ripple, clearing the energy, soothing the vagus nerve, clearing out patterns that you want to get rid of. Take a deep breath in. One more. See it out to the end. Good, just notice the energy, particularly in the spine. And then the final breath. We're going to again use the extended exhale, but we're going to breathe in for 4. Hold the breath in for 2 and breathe out for 6 or more, either through the nose or the mouth, your choice. In for 4, hold for 2, breathe out nose or mouth for 6 or more. Keep going. Two more breaths. Just release. So I'm going to do a practice that recalibrates our awareness into our divine nature. And this is from one of my teachers, Flo Magdalena. So Flo Avery Magdalena is a full name. And she channels Mary Magdalene and many other beings. And this is a really powerful practice, very simple. And it's to align yourself to the light, to your divine nature, which our past culture, not so much today, took away from us because it made us believe that we were separate from each other, separate from nature, and separate from divine consciousness. So take your hands, one hand is fine, and you're just going to tap the heart space, the breastbone. And as you tap, take a deep breath in. Have a sigh out. Let your awareness drop into the Anahata chakra. Deep breath in. And again. Lovely. Now I want you to say out loud to yourself as you breathe in. Take a breath in first. I am a being of light, and light I shall remain. Tapping that space. Take a breath in again. I am a being of light, and light I shall remain. Breathe in again. I am a being of light, and light I shall remain. Let the hand relax. Take a deep breath in. There is no time. So remembering that time is a human construct, and of course it's important when we live on planet Earth. It's very dense here, we need to get things done, time is handy. But ultimately there is no time. We live in the past, present and future all at the same time. So bring your attention to your breath, and I want you to imagine, take your awareness up into the top of the head and imagine this big light. So we've done this before in a different context. It's like a column of light and you're inside of it. And right at the centre of that column of light is a thread that's golden, and it's really intense, and it comes all the way down through the central line, through Sushumna, all the way down this beautiful river. Sometimes it's called Saraswati, after the Ganges, after the Saraswati river, which is a different river. So be aware of that energy of light within you. And as you focus on it, I've got some more words for you to say. And of course, you only need to say them if you feel comfortable saying them. So I'm offering them to you. Focus your attention on that light and say, I am that. I am. I am that. I am. So this is a remembering of our divine nature. I am that. I am. So I'm going to say a series of words and I'll leave pauses for you to repeat if you wish to. I exist in present time, which is all time. On a golden wave of light energy substance. That is at the very centre of my body. I sit in it, I lie in it, I stand in it. It fills me from the very bottom of my body to the very top of my head. Be aware of aligning with this energy that is your divine nature. And the next, again, is offered. If you feel comfortable repeating the words, then do so. I pledge to bring the golden arena of consciousness into my energy field every day. I pledge this to bring balance into myself, into others, and into the universe. I understand I must be proactive if I wish my life to change. And that there is no going back. I hold my consciousness and cherish it now as a vehicle for my transformation. I do not project my emotions or feelings, I own them. I bring them into the golden energy to bring myself back into balance. I understand if I wish to create anything, I must be in balance and alignment with consciousness. When I am aligned with consciousness, I create. And feel the resonance of that final statement. In fact, all of it is really powerful, but when you really feel into the words rather than just repeat them, when you feel into them, feel that last sentence. When I am aligned with consciousness, I create. Feel that connection to that golden thread running through the body. So we are each a particle of infinity, of that consciousness. And when we align ourselves daily with that energy, it has a hugely transformative effect. When I am aligned with creation, I create. That's what we're here for. We are creator beings. So remember that really beautiful verse that I read out. So as we're going to move into Tonglen in a moment. But remember, now that we've aligned with that divine energy, that real transmutation, the most sacred offering, is to pour the elements of your body, all of the sensual impressions, into the fire of the great void. Your richness of experience is the wine that you offer to the divinity that is everywhere. Place your attention at the heart space. Start to use the breath at the heart. Imagine that lovely little window and there's a light inside that is, this light that is eternal, it's indestructible, it cannot be touched, it cannot be harmed. that divine nature of ourself is eternal. Feel the breath coming in and out. And that divine aspect of ourselves here for the ride. It's come into this particular earth vehicle this time around for experience. And through experience we grow. We grow as individual humans and we grow as consciousness. Good, now let's give that breath some texture. So as you breathe in, you're breathing in that darker, denser energy towards the heart space. It transmutes it immediately, it's a fire, and then you breathe out that beautiful golden light, sending it out into the world, inhaling, exhaling. So we're just offering the density. We're drawing into the fire at the heart for transformation. And the fire at the heart is part of consciousness. This is what the Tantric verses say. Your richness of experience is the wine that we offer to the divinity that is everywhere. The sadness, the joy, all of it, the grief, the anger, it's all experience. Offer it out into the light, breathing in density, sending out the light. And feel this sense of light growing inside of you as we use the density as fuel, because we recognize the density isn't us. Breathe it in. Feel the light pouring into the world. That's why we do the practice, so that we can anchor more light. And the more light we anchor, the less darkness there will be. So this is a hugely important practice for the times that we live in. Lovely, now we've got that texture, we're going to start working on our own stuff. So as you breathe in, imagine drawing in all of that gunk, all of the stuff that you want to be rid of, the suffering, those experiences that were difficult, that cause maybe physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, spiritual pain. Pull it into your own heart space, your own suffering as you experience it. Offer it to the fire. And as you exhale, send out the light. That most sacred offering, the real transmutation. Pour the elements of your body on that exhale. All the sensual experiences to the great void, the fire of the great void. And as you exhale, feel that light that's radiating from you, filling your body, but not just the physical, the flesh body, the energetic field. So it starts to expand out in all directions, like a huge bubble of light all the way around. Notice when the mind wanders, maybe on the dialogue of your own suffering. It's okay. Put the dialogue into the fire, burn it up, offer the light to yourself first, transmuting your own pain and suffering. Those experiences that we have with our loved ones, the experiences we have with the interaction of the physical world and other people, pour it all in. It's the experience of the earth plane. It's rich. And as you pour that experience into the fire and then you offer it out, feel a sense of wanting to smile, because this is the experience. and that we are beings of light, and light we will always remain. Even when this has gone, this life now, we will still remain. And see that light, it becomes really bright when we let go of the density. Letting go of the density. All of those experiences, the labels that we give things, the stress that we're feeling at work, the sad stories that we hear from other people, the cruelty that we see in the world, all of that affects the physical body is experience, and we're here to anchor in more light so we can change that dialogue on earth. Just the fact that you're here now. You are light beings working on earth to change the density. Good, now let's do 3 really well focused breaths for ourselves. Good, and I feel that sense of openness and clarity at the heart space, this being of light that we reminded ourselves we were. We tapped and we felt that essence within us. So let's work with somebody who we love and we find really easy to be with, somebody who is suffering. Bring them to your mind and then drop that thought into the heart space to clarify if that's the person that you want to work with, and the heart will tell you yes or no. The heart is the place of wisdom. The head is the place of the intellect, which is not the same as wisdom. So the head space is very masculine and the heart space is very feminine. So drop energy into the heart space. Is this the person I want to work with tonight? And it'll just tell you immediately yes and no. And if it's no, find another person to work with. And then when you're settled, and this could be an animal as well. If you want to work for an animal, maybe your favourite tree that's suffering in the heat, any living being. So bring that being, person, into the heart space. See them in your mind's eye. And go and sit with them. Take your energetic awareness to them. And just notice how their body, vehicle, whatever that looks like, if it's an animal or a plant, whatever it looks like, how it shows its suffering. And then when you're ready, be aware of the suffering coming out of them and forming a big cloud that's dark, like a thundercloud. And when you're ready, you're going to breathe in that density. Let it come into the light at the heart space. Notice how it instantly goes really bright and it fuels the heart space. And as you exhale, you send out that light of unconditional love, which is the only true love, unconditional. And exhaling that wish for them to be well. for them to find their way home to their true nature. Notice as you continue to work with them that there seems to be a softening, an ease, moving into the physical vehicle. Lovely, let's do 3 more breaths for this loved one. Feel the compassion that radiates out from the heart space towards this person. Lovely, now just step back a moment from them. Notice how they look, how they feel. And that you've left them in a better place than you found them. Now let's move on to somebody we find it challenging to be with. So this is really transformational. It's actually my favourite bit. So again, this could be a loved one. You might have had a little bit of a fallout. Could be a friend. Could be somebody you work with. Could be a politician that you've never met, that you've got a problem with them. Maybe it's one of the world leaders. Whoever comes to mind. Remember, we're going to drop what comes to mind into the heart and ask the heart if it's a yes or a no. So work out who you want to work with. Good. Now when you get a really clear yes from the heart space, be aware of being with that person. Noticing the behaviour that you find really challenging. And recognise that behaviour as suffering. So that outward expression is a form of suffering, both yourself and that person. So when we react to people, it can be really challenging not to feel like we want to provoke them or blame them. And it's not to say, especially if somebody's harmed you, that they don't need to make amends for that, and that maybe it's somebody you should walk away from. But it is important for us to recognise that we are all mirrors for each other, because everybody who exists here is on their own path, regardless of whether we agree with it or not. And that there is a lot of suffering which creates questionable behaviour on the planet. So breathing in the suffering. It might be quite explosive because it's quite a dense energy. Send it out. the light. Breathe it in. Feel the power of that density. Send it out. So that density is used like a fuel. When you put more wood on a fire, it burns really brightly. Let the heart space burn brightly. Clearing the density in the world. Just working with this person that we find really challenging. And it might be, if you're working with a loved one, that they do things differently to you and you find it really challenging. And it's kind of like, well, everybody does things differently. Notice that. Notice that some things might be coming up for you, so pop that in the fire as well at the same time. Release it out. Beautiful light. Good, let's work with 3 more breaths. Really focus, retention with this person that you're working with. Notice there's maybe a sense of softening. Maybe if it's something on the television, you choose to just not watch it. Just don't get involved in that density. Turn it off. If it's somebody that you're working with who's really challenging and you just don't feel comfortable with them, and maybe you just decide to end that type of interaction. If it's somebody that you live with and you really love them but you've had a bit of a fallout, maybe you can see things a bit differently. Whatever it is for you, we're all unique in that expression. Lovely. Feel the expansion of the heart space. Lovely. Now we're going to work with a familiar stranger. So remember, that's somebody who you see, you recognise them, but you don't necessarily know the name. And again, I always give the same examples. It could be somebody who serves you in a shop that you go to regularly. It could be somebody who stands at the bus stop near your house, or you sit with them at the bus stop, you get the same bus. Maybe it's a train journey. Just somebody who's familiar. Bring them to mind. And again, drop that, bring them to mind into the heart and say to the heart, shall I work with this person? And the heart will tell you yes or no. And then see them in their passing as you see them in your daily life or weekly life, whenever it is. And just take a moment to notice their suffering, how it expresses on their body. Maybe they always seem to be really busy and never have time to stop, or they're shouting on a phone to somebody. Whoever it is, just notice it. See the suffering, breathe it in. Give it to the fire, send out the light. Transmute this energy on behalf of the world. 3 more breaths. Lovely. Check in on the heart space. Notice how expansive it is beyond the physical body now. A huge glowing sun inside of you, outside of you, all the way out. Good. Now let's just work with each other. Imagine us in a circle of light, like a ring. Like one of those rings that the social media people use that illuminates. We're sitting in it now. We're all there in a circle together. Let the hands come up, palms facing up, and just feel our energy fields touching. So our energy fields are infinite, and you might feel it immediately on your fingertips. So it's just codes to feel the light, feel it at the fingertips, the hands fizzing. And imagine that we're all just putting our stuff into the centre of that big donut shape of light. We're just going to pop it into the middle, and then we're just going to breathe it in and transmute it. So breathing in, everybody's suffering. Fill the space with light. And notice how the big dense cloud in the centre is starting to shift until we get to the point where it's just this beautiful, radiant light. Feel how beautiful that light is, so bright. This golden energy field of consciousness that fills us from the very bottom of our body to the very top of our head, but it's part of everything. Good, let's expand the field out to encompass neighbours. You might be in a flat, so you might have neighbours in all 4 directions. Keep pushing out that light. Feel it coming out, going out, it's going out. It's travelling out across the planet, filling your locality, village, hamlet, city, wherever you live. And feel it creeping out across so it completely fills the whole of the globe, wrapping it in light. Be aware of the palms of the hands, how fizzy they are. Feel the heart space open, full of unconditional love, and hold Gaia, Mother Earth, Pachamama. Hold her and everything that exists on her and herself. So all humans, all beings, the rocks, the crystals, the mineral kingdoms, the plants, the mycelium and the mushroom kingdoms, the 2-legged, the 4-legged, the creepy crawlers, the winged, the finned, the furred, all beings. Hold them in the light. And the wish for them to be well, to be free of suffering. Beings with body, beings without body. Breathing in any density you're aware of, any heaviness. Offer it to the fire, into the great void. The richness of experience is the wine that we offer to the divinity that is everywhere. Just a few more breaths. Really focus on the entirety of physical experience, the planet, its inhabitants. I notice the hands, mine feel like they're on fire. Slowly bring the hands in and be aware of everything that's out there is also in here. That being at the light space, at the heart space. And I've just got some codes that are for the heart space to connect to our divine nature. Sinoromo tuase isatakareyamaha ushkotoramaya a irimanasi no horomoate ishkanaha 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 usotormoa yanya henia hesa isomormoate isamormoate isamormoate. Deep breath in. And feel that sense of connection to your divine nature that is being transported in this particular vehicle this time round. And notice that this being, this divine being, is able to see the experience. There's now a gap between the experience and the body. So we create this gap which reduces the stress on the body vehicle's nervous system, so the wiring, the vagus nerve. And once more, I invite you to say, I am a being of light, and light I shall remain. I am a being of light, and light I shall remain. There is no time. Lovely. Let the hands just come down to the side of you. Imagine drawing up a beautiful ball of energy as a protection shield. And then bring another protection shield down over the top, double layer. And then sprinkle a few mirrors all the way around. So we push away all the stuff that isn't ours, and we recognise it to not be ours. So we just deal with our stuff. And in doing that, we have more capacity to help in the world. Bring the hands to the heart space. Take a deep breath in again. Bow the head to the heart. And namaste. So if you'd like to join me, I'm running a workshop online or in person on the 8th of August, which is the Lion Gate portal. It's called the Cosmic Egg, and it's connecting to our energy fields, so we're able to bring in more light and release more density. So it's UK time, 2 p.m. till about 5 p.m. So it will be online if you're in another country, or in person. And in person is in Hitchin in Hertfordshire. So just contact me via email, sarahoconnoruk@gmail.com, and or you can contact me through YouTube or Instagram and get in touch, and I will send you the details and a link. Bye.